Thank you for choosing our hotel. We look forward to welcoming you again. I see off our guests at the entrance. Smiling back, I wave at a child who is waving goodbye. My name is Lisa, and I'm 30 years old. I'm the manager of this hotel. This hotel is owned by my family. It's located in a famous hiking area in California. Thanks to our guests, our hotel is well known as a luxury establishment in the region and is widely patronized. My husband, David, is 33 years old. Originally, he worked in sales for a travel agency, but we started dating when he included our hotel in one of his tours, where I was working in public relations. We got married after dating for 2 years. After our marriage, he quit his job and now works as the vice president of our hotel. My parents are still alive. My mother manages the hotel as the general manager, and my father is involved in the business as the president. David's parents are also alive. His father retired 3 years ago but still goes to work occasionally as a consultant. His mother, Jessica, turned 60 this year. She has always been a housewife but is very active with lots of friends, enjoying women's groups and travel. However, David says Jessica has a habit of spending without thinking, often buying things on a whim and getting scolded by his father. The hotel's business was stable and doing well until it was affected by the global pandemic, like the rest of the world. But thanks to my husband's idea of offering an affordable day trip hiking tour for local residents, we managed to survive by attracting many local customers. Lately, things have started to calm down, and we're relieved to see guests coming from out of state as well. Despite the stable life, there's something troubling me. It's about Jessica. She visits our family home alone 2 to 3 times a month to see David. His father rarely comes, saying it would be a bother. It's not a problem in itself, but our home is a 6-hour airplane from New York, followed by an hour by a car, making it difficult for a day trip. So, naturally, she stays overnight. However, she prefers staying at the hotel instead of the family home. She says, it must be hard to prepare meals and accommodations at home, so it's easier to stay at a hotel where everything is ready. Plus, there's a spa service, and I find it more comfortable. Having her stay at the hotel reduces the number of rooms available for guests, affecting our revenue. And we can't just put her in any cheap room, we have to provide a room of a certain standard. Our hotel is one of the largest in the area, with the highest rooms starting at $500 per night. Of course, we can't offer such rooms to her, but we still need to prepare a middle-level or higher room. Including meals, the cost comes to about $300, but she doesn't pay. Additionally, there's another issue. According to Jessica, she says she's checking the hotel as a monitor from a third-party perspective. I want to tell her to stop interfering, but she's my husband's mother, so I can't just ignore her. She makes suggestions, more like complaints, about the hotel's reception, the front desk's customer service, the baths, and other facilities. Well, in simple terms, she's a complainer. Since the employees have gotten to know her, they often ask, Lisa, when is that person coming back? Though she claims to be monitoring, she doesn't produce any reports, she just calls me over when she's leaving to complain. She might think she's giving advice to improve the hotel's quality. It feels like a Jessica's way of nagging. The general manager, my mother, says she doesn't mean harm, so just listen to what's necessary and let the rest go. My father, the president, also takes it lightly, saying, if she likes our hotel and the spa service, isn't that a good thing? I never thought I'd have trouble with Jessica while living at my own home. I've mentioned this to David several times, but he says, we can't tell her not to come, and she means well, so it's probably fine. Then one day, I got a call on my phone. It was Jessica. I have a bad feeling, but I can't just ignore it. Hello, this is Lisa. Ah, Lisa? It's Jessica. It's been a while. It's been a while. What can I do for you today? Oh dear, after such a long time, you could at least say, how are you, or any changes lately. Ah, my apologies. Well, that's okay. Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Yes, what is it? Some local friends of mine want to go on hiking. We were wondering if there are any good places. And I remembered there are several nice hiking routes and delicious food around your hotel, so I mentioned it to everyone. Thank you very much. I couldn't help but think this was unnecessary. This season is peak time, so we're quite busy. I really don't have time to attend to Jessica. So, everyone agreed. We plan to come on the long weekend next month. Could you reserve some rooms for us? Next month? That might be difficult. How many people will there be? 6, including me. All women, of course. Would it be alright to split into 2 or 3 rooms then? That won't do. Jessica strongly objected. They are important friends, so prepare the best suite. 1 room. That's my request. Our highest suite includes a living room and 4 bedrooms. It's possible for 6 people, but 2 would have to sleep on sofa beds. No, sofa beds are too hard. Add 2 more beds, please. That's impossible. We can't fit more beds in the room. That won't do. They're important friends, so provide the best hospitality. It's my treat, so if it's subpar, I'll be embarrassed, understand? A treat from Jessica? Does that mean she expects it to be free? That's impossible. The room arrangement is settled then. Now, about the food. Prepare the best dishes. Got it? Alright, I'm counting on you. Oh. And tell David to pick us up at the airport. After the call ended, I sighed deeply. Really, what is she thinking? Reluctantly, I proceeded with the arrangements as instructed. And so, Jessica and her group were to visit our hotel on their group trip. She implied that everything should be free. I discussed this challenging situation with my husband, the vice president. He said, "That's outrageous. My mother has never worked, so she probably doesn't understand how hard it is to earn money. I'll talk this over with my dad, so leave it to me." Feeling anxious, I decided to trust my husband, who seemed to have a plan. On the day, as promised, my husband went to pick up Jessica and her group from the airport. Soon after the car returned, I greeted Jessica as she got out. "Jessica, welcome." "Ah, Lisa, thank you for having us. These are my friends from the local women's club. Please take good care of us." They seemed like a group of elegant grandmothers. I then escorted them to their room. It's the hotel's best suite, located on the top floor. It has 4 bedrooms, a living room, and a wide balcony. But as soon as they entered the room, the complaints began. How can there be no chairs for people with bad legs? The service here is poor. My apologies. We'll prepare some immediately. And I'd like better snacks, please. Yes, I'm sorry. We'll bring different snacks right away. Although the other ladies tried to calm her down, Jessica's criticisms didn't stop. Reluctantly, I instructed the responsible employee to accommodate her requests. The group then headed to hiking. There, I was called again because the wash basin in the changing room was dirty. In my opinion, it seemed like she was being extra strict in front of her friends, trying to show off. And then it was time for dinner. As requested, I brought dishes made with high-end ingredients to the room and took on the role of server myself. The dishes were generally well received. However, Jessica didn't change her ways and complained about various things, such as the meat being too thick to eat, the batter on the fried food being too thick, and the next dish coming out too quickly. Furthermore, she started saying things like, "Are you reducing the portions because you think we're old?" and demanded additional dishes. Jessica stirred up everyone, saying, "Since this is my daughter-in-law's family home, she'll cover all the expenses. So don't hold back on ordering." Then, she ordered luxurious items like crab and abalone. And there were additional orders for premium wines. Honestly, the bill amounted to quite a lot. The elderly ladies ate heartily, leaving almost nothing unfinished from their dinner. Then, she demanded they reserve the spa service for their private use to relax later. When I said that it was impossible, she retorted, "What kind of manager can't meet the guests' requests?" After consulting with my mother, she suggested that we could possibly make an exception to reserve the spa exclusively for them the following morning. When I conveyed this to them, they thankfully agreed. Then, there were even more orders for late-night snacks and drinks before bed. Truly, these are some lively grandmothers. Even when it came to sleeping arrangements, we carried beds to the room as requested. Since moving large beds was impractical, we prepared extra beds, but this too was met with complaints. She was furious, exclaiming, "I can't sleep in a bed like this." At a loss for what to do, another guest kindly intervened, saying that was sufficient, and somehow the situation was diffused. After a day that felt like a storm, I was finally freed. I expressed my gratitude to the employee in charge for their hard work and considering the extra trouble they went through. I gave them a special bonus. I returned home completely exhausted. After finishing the preparations for the next day, I didn't get into bed until after midnight. The following day, they reserved the spa service exclusively, and the group enjoyed it in the morning. Normally it's cleaning time, but I managed to adjust the schedule by asking the staff. The whims of one person caused inconvenience to many. Then, my husband said he was going to pick someone up and headed to the airport by car. They finished breakfast without any particular complaints. Well, there were some minor complaints about the coffee being too lukewarm and the soup being too salty. After serving breakfast, I went back to the front desk to prepare for the guests' checkout. That's when I saw the total bill for Jessica's group exceeded $5,000. Soon, the group appeared. I stopped Jessica, who was about to leave after returning her key to the front desk, and asked her to settle the bill. The total comes to $5,000. Will you be paying in cash or by card? Then, Jessica exclaimed, "Huh? Are you serious about taking money from your husband's mother? You must be joking. Are you really planning to charge your own family? How greedy can you be?" I explained, "This is a business, and we've provided services worth the amount. We can't afford not to charge for such a significant sum." Jessica, with her face turning red, said, "This is hospitality for your husband's mother, you wouldn't charge me, right? Would I ask for money when you come to my house? It's the same thing, isn't it? What flawed logic? No, that's different. We understood this to be a group trip utilizing our hotel services. This is a business transaction, separate from family matters, so we kindly ask for the payment." Well, I'm appalled. Such rudeness from a daughter-in-law. It's disrespectful to me and especially to my friends. At that moment, a familiar figure intervened in our dispute. "What's all this commotion?" I apologized for the inconvenience. I apologized. And then, when I looked at the person's face. "Ah. Hey, long time no see. I was asked by David to come here on the first airplane this morning. I'm starving. I'd love to have breakfast here later." It was an unexpected appearance by my father-in-law, Mike. "Mike, it's been a while. I'll arrange for breakfast right away." No, let's take care of business first. That's why I'm here." Mike came here in response to my husband's SOS. Then, he turned to Jessica. "Oh, it's you. Why are you here?" "Well, I came to check on David and Lisa." "Is that strange?" "No, it's not strange, but there's something I want to ask." "What might that be?" "It seems like there's been some trouble going on. Is something the matter?" "No, nothing's wrong, right, Lisa?" I thought it was a good opportunity, so I honestly told Mike everything. "Actually, we've been serving Jessica's group since yesterday, and she demanded that we make the payment free, which we explained was impossible." "Oh. And how much does that come to?" "Yes, under Jessica's instructions, they used our highest room, with various additional orders and the use of services like massages. The total came to about $5,000. "I see. And she wanted that for free?" "Yes, that's the situation." After hearing the situation, Mike pressed Jessica, "Is what Lisa says true?" "Yes." Jessica was at a loss for words. "I've heard from David that you always avoid paying when you come here. Is that true?" "Well, about that, I've been acting as a consultant and giving them advice, so in return, they let me stay for free." At this point, Mike's expression changed. "Enough is enough. I know all about it." "Yes." Jessica's face tensed up and turned pale. "I heard you've been coming to this hotel for free under the pretext of visiting David and causing trouble for Lisa. Isn't that right?" "I'm sorry. I got a bit carried away. Do you know that every time you skipped out on paying for this hotel, David ended up covering the bill? What? I've come to discuss something. David was worried about you using the hotel for free again during this trip. I'm sorry. He was concerned that you would take advantage of the free stay again, so he reached out to me. I couldn't just ignore it and had to come here. As I expected, you were causing trouble for Lisa and her parents. I'm sorry. I've been worried about your spending habits for a while now. Your attitude towards Lisa is also unacceptable. That's why I've made a decision. What is that? If you want to see David that badly, how about working here as an employee for a while? Until you've repaid all the charges. But, how can you suddenly say such a thing? No, you don't understand the difficulty of earning money. How many services have you taken advantage of at this hotel? And you demand they be free. The difficulty of working and the value of the money earned from it. Someone who doesn't understand that should experience it themselves. With that, Mike asked David to have Jessica work at the hotel. I apologize for the trouble. Could you please train her for a while? And let her salary go towards repaying her debts. David. Make sure to put Jessica to good use. David nodded, then apologized to me. I should have been firmer with my mother from the start. I'm sorry for the trouble she's caused your family. It's okay. But what about Jessica? Well, maybe we'll start her off with cleaning. She probably won't be good at customer service, so she'll be like a trainee for a while. And so, the next day, Jessica began working as an employee. Mike sent everything she needed for living on site from their home. At first, Jessica struggled with the unfamiliar physical work and suffered from muscle pain. She probably never imagined she'd end up cleaning the very hotel she used to critique as a monitor. Eventually, Jessica became capable of handling customers, even addressing issues she had previously pointed out herself. As she continued working, she gradually realized how selfish she had been. Jessica became much more subdued and stopped harassing me. It might have been a bit of tough love, but it seems to have been good medicine. Mike's plan was a great success. Although my job is challenging, seeing the smiles on our guests' faces makes all the fatigue vanish, and it brings me joy. I intend to keep working hard to earn the smiles and thank yous from our customers.